in this world, there's people meant to be doctors, people meant to be dentists, people meant to be astronauts, whatever. I'm meant to be unemployed. And like, I say this so seriously. Like, I'm meant to be unemployed. Like, I could have a job. I have had a job. But it's just like, that's not my calling. My calling is to be unemployed. And I'm like very, very serious. And I have like literally talked to my parents about this. And listen, don't ask questions like, how am I surviving financially? Because I'm literally not. But it's like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Get a job? Like, no. I'm not meant for that. It literally feels wrong. It doesn't align with who I am. And I just have faced the facts. I'm meant to be unemployed, and that's okay. Like, it's okay. So if there's anyone out there, you know, who wants to feel seen, who's been feeling the same way, I'm with you. We're like this. We're like this. It's okay. Don't feel no shame in that game. I love being unemployed.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
I got laid off 2 months ago and wanted to talk about how difficult of an experience I had trying to get unemployment. I guess in the state of New York, unemployment is much more delayed than it is in other states. The majority of my coworkers who were also laid off were living on the West Coast or in California, and everybody started getting unemployment within at least a week or two. For me and another one of my coworkers, we literally did not get a single dollar of unemployment money for over a month. So technically, New York State should owe us like over $2,000 each. Obviously, we're never going to be seeing that money. The actual sign-up process for unemployment was so difficult. I had to have somebody else help me. My lovely coworker literally helped me so much getting through all of that because I had no idea what I was doing. It is so not user-friendly. Not to be rude, but I feel like I'm a lot more educated than a lot of people, and I'm very techie, and I cannot imagine having to go through that process and like figure that out when you are maybe not as educated and like don't know how to do stuff like that. Like, it's difficult and it's a huge barrier to entry. Obviously, they don't really want to give the money away to people, but it's really not cool. And then the absolute worst part of the entire experience, there is no one that you can call at their office. I called over 15 different times. That's honestly probably 20 to 30 different times, different offices, different phone numbers. Nobody picks up, and they never will. It's like there's no one that actually works at the office. It's such a mystery to me, and there's no one that can help you. So it was literally like one of the worst experiences and most stressful times ever. You're already unemployed, like you've just gotten laid off, you're stressed about not having a job, and then not even being able to get the unemployment money that you deserve and that your taxes pay for. Okay.
Quick life update, I finally got approved for unemployment benefits. If you're new here, I'm Ken. I was unemployed in April, and like all the TikTokers said, apply for unemployment immediately. So I did. It took 3 months to get approved. I had to email my state legislator aide or whatever to bug unemployment just so they could do something. And it worked, but it did take time. So yeah, it's just a crazy, stressful experience, but I'm glad I finally got the approval. And honestly, it's brutal out there. I am lucky enough because I got severance and I was still on the payroll. But yeah, I don't know what I would be doing if I wasn't. I'd be freaking out, to be honest. So yeah, Massachusetts and the US, do better. We're dying out here. It's rough. Okay.
Nobody tells you that the unemployment process is so complicated and difficult. The only thing that is clear about the entire process is that they don't want to pay you. They don't. They don't want to pay you. I've been paying everyone else's unemployment with my tax money for, 8 years. And the one time I need it, I can't get it. I can't even apply to get it. I can't even just see if I'm eligible because the process is so difficult. It's not super clear on what paperwork I need to fax, what paperwork I need to mail, what you need on the phone, what you need on the computer. I feel like I've just been submitting the same information over and over again, and then I need to go into the system and claim my benefits by 7 p.m. every Sunday. Like, what if I miss the deadline? What if my computer dies? What if my power goes out? Am I not eligible for the benefits that I deserve? Why do you guys make this so difficult? It really shouldn't be that difficult. It's because you don't want to pay me. How about this? I am available for work. Obviously, I've made that pretty clear. How about you guys pay me my benefits, and pro bono, I will field your calls. I'll go to the call center and answer people's calls for you. How about that? I think that's a good trade-off. I've been calling you 100 times a day, and I keep getting the same automated message saying to call back later, that too many people are calling. Okay, well, if you feel like paying me my benefits that I deserve, you know where to find me, and you have my social security number, so.
Hey guys, it's Elena, and we need to have a little chat. So about in October, that was October, November, 4 months ago, I got laid off from my accounting firm. Isn't that crazy? Accountants getting laid off. But I was last person hired, so they let me go because they were losing clients. Well, since then, the economy's just gone way down, and I have applied for unemployment benefits 3 times. I got denied twice, and then the third one, they said I was under consideration, and I've called to confirm if I got it or not. I've called 4 times last week, twice this week, and I keep getting disconnected every time. Either it goes to voicemail, and I leave a voicemail, or it goes to the automated message where it says, unfortunately, all assistants are busy tending to other customers. We can no longer serve you at this time. And then it just goes blank. Like, it just hangs up on me, disconnects. So I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do. I am running out of money. I have been applying for jobs. I think I've applied for like 20 jobs at this point. I've had several interviews, and I'm just not getting a job. So if you guys know anyone in the government who can help your girl out, I would really appreciate it, because this is just ridiculous. Like, we have a new president, like things should be getting taken care of, and they're not. I literally went to go apply for a job, and they told me because of his executive order, they could no longer hire government employees because he put a freeze on it. I'm not going to get all in political because that's not me, but I am going to say that this situation with the government, I haven't gotten paid in 4 months, guys. 4 months. And I'm on government health insurance, which is, surprise, surprise, very expensive. And I just don't know what to do. I am going to write a letter tomorrow, call again, probably call like every hour because I'm just at a loss. I don't know what to do. So if you guys could share this and get the word out, because I'm sure I'm not the only person. And if you are also struggling with unemployment benefits, please comment below and let me know what the heck is going on. I'm not wearing any makeup because I ran out of money for makeup. So, I don't know what to do except tomorrow go buy some cheap makeup and just pray and hope and wish and hopefully share the message, because it's been 4 months and I haven't gotten a single unemployment benefit. And I know if I get them now, they're not going to backlog it. I'm just going to start now. If anyone knows anyone who could help out, it would be much appreciated. Okay, guys, I love you. Please pray for me, and I'll talk to you later. Ciao.
If you just applied for unemployment benefits, they typically take anywhere from 2 to 3 months to process those claims. And that's because the state that you live in, that team is basically trying to check your employment verification. Like, they just want to check and make sure that you actually worked at that employer, you were there during the time that you stated you were there. And they also check for things like whether the layoff or the termination was like voluntary or something. But yeah, just expect to see your check within 2 to 3 months. If you do have questions, I would recommend calling the office. They're super helpful most of the time because they understand how crazy and shitty your situation can be, because that's your income at this point. So yeah, I would just call them if you have any questions, and they should be able to assist you from there.
Okay, so I have an update regarding my former job and how they denied me my unemployment benefits. So I won't give the name away of my former job because I don't even want to acknowledge them, and I'm not going to go into too much detail regarding the documents, but Basically, from unemployment, they asked my job a series of questions, 22 in total. And out of those 22 questions, my former job was only to answer, they were only able to answer 7 of those questions out of 22. So yeah, that's very, very telling. So it's looking good for me in terms of actually getting my money for the weeks that I've been unemployed. I'm still looking for work. I'm currently in Nashville. This was the last trip that I was able to book before I was let go. So, and it would have sucked if I had to cancel it. So after this trip, my job search will fare much better, because I've been telling interviewers, hey, I'm going on this trip. I put a lot of money into it. If you could wait until I get back, then I could start right away. And of course, they kind of say, okay, we'll keep in touch. So once the trip's out of the way, my job search will be much better. But yeah, basically, my job was not able to answer a majority of those damn questions. They couldn't even provide like proof or legit documentation, because I'm able to see their answers. So very, very telling. Again, I'm not going to share the name of my former job, but yeah, it really is baffling.
Okay. So I go on my little, unemployment thing, claim thing, I'm reading my little stuff, and I noticed that, where it says remaining balance, unemployment benefits said $0, no dollars. So I said, did it mean it ran out? Let me call them people. So I called them people, but the wait time was like 3 hours long. 3 hours later, they called me back, right? So I'm like, okay. So I asked the lady, I was like, well, I noticed on there is saying that I don't have no remaining balance. Is that saying that I've exhausted my benefits? Girl, why she say yeah? Talking about the state of North Carolina only approve unemployment for 12 weeks. But you can apply for an extension after 52 weeks. So your unemployment benefit period is 52 weeks. But they only allot 12 weeks of money, which equated to be $4,200. Wait a minute. I still don't have no job. So, wait a minute, ma'am. Where I'm gonna get some money from? How am I pay these bills? Girl, now I almost flipped my damn wig, okay? But I had to hold it together because I was trying to understand where the people who are over the legislation in North Carolina configured that 12 weeks was enough time for you to get a job equivalent to what you had. But it's fine though, I'm a daughter of the king. So, I don't have a lackful mindset, so I'm not going to panic. You know what? I'm being more dramatic, but on the inner side, the inner me, she chill. So I'm like, girl, what are you fitting to do? I don't know, friend. I don't know. Now, I've been applying for jobs. I've been applying for a lot of jobs. And I'm looking at taking some training courses. So we're going to see how this shake out. But I had to come up here and tell y'all that your unemployed bestie is really unemployed with no money now. But I'm going to get these nails.
Is it just me, or is it so hard to get unemployment? When I was unemployed for about a year and a half, I applied, I got denied. I applied, I got denied. And I'm just like, is there something that I'm doing wrong or something? But like, dude, they don't want to pay you. And if they pay you, they will try to pay you the least amount of money as possible. I need the max amount of unemployment insurance as possible. Not the least amount. Not 100 a week or 200 a week. I need at least 400 a week. The max. Give me the max. But yeah, they don't want to pay you. They really don't want to pay you. And it is incredibly frustrating. The process is annoying. So annoying. I personally have been through it, and I mean, it sucks. I hope that you guys are able to get your unemployment benefits as soon as possible. On average, it takes about, I'd say, 2 months, 1 month to about, let's say, 3 months. Let's give a range.
This morning I was preaching at a little church in the metro area, and the organist I had never met before said, "Hey, you're in state government, aren't you?" And then she began to tell me how absolutely terrible it is to try to get your unemployment benefits. So this woman had worked for more than 20 years for one of the area's largest employers, was laid off by no fault of her own, and every week she has spent hours and hours filling out paperwork, answering phone calls, doing job interviews just to get the benefits that she earned by working for years and years for her employer. The system is not just not working for people, it's actively working against them. And the people in charge are just making it worse.
My unemployment benefits have stopped. I was laid off in November of 2022 and we are now in September of 2023. When you're unemployed, you get 26 paid weeks of government assistance. Meanwhile, I didn't submit for unemployment until March of 2023, but we're gonna overlook that. So I calculated from March to when the end of my 26 weeks was gonna be. So based on my calculations, I had at least until the end of September based on when I submitted. Every week on Monday, I submit for unemployment like I did this week. Shortly thereafter, I get an email from unemployment saying the following. Your unemployment has ended. But wait, there's more. They say my unemployment cannot be extended. If you need food stamps, welfare, or insurance, call this number. It's gone to the point that so many people are being laid off, you cannot extend your unemployment. I was unemployed at least once, many a years ago, and I was able to extend it. So it's literally insane that anybody living paycheck to paycheck automatically has to call that number. For anybody who is going through this, I am sending you all of the good positive vibes. If your unemployment is ending, it's about to end. I know how stressful it is to be on unemployment, let alone anticipating its end. I'm including some links or ideas as to find some side hustles below. I hope it helps. Good luck out there, you got this.
Okay, so what are unemployment benefits and how do I get it, right? So in my case, got laid off fairly recently in the last month, and I'm navigating this whole unemployment thing. And one of the first things you want to do after you get unemployed, and they actually give you a letter or some kind of date saying you're now officially unemployed, you can go to the state of California website. Just do a quick Google search on unemployment benefits and it'll take you to the California website for unemployment, and you can apply online. They're just going to ask you for the basic stuff like name, address, phone number, and maybe bank account information, or whether you want the check sent to you. Generally speaking, the unemployment benefits max out at $450 a week or $1,800 a month, and they last about 6 months, right? So 6 months at $1,800 a month. I know it's not a lot of money, but if you've lived in the state of California and worked up until the day, you were laid off, you qualify for unemployment benefits. So I would say, as your Gen X Asian dad, apply for it as soon as you can.
When I was let go of my job end of last year, I applied for unemployment benefits. I applied for the benefits right away. I had to answer a few questions online, and I also had a phone interview. I don't know if this is the process with everyone that applies for unemployment, but that was the situation with me. I got approved for $450 of benefits a week. So I was getting $900 every 2 weeks. I know that every state is different. Some states are higher, some states are lower. I actually got curious to see what was the highest state that paid the most, and I found that Massachusetts currently holds the highest unemployment benefit paying. They pay $1,015 every week. And then on the other side, the lowest one is Mississippi. They only pay $235 a week. With inflation skyrocketing this year, it is so hard to keep up with everything that we have to pay for. Gas is $6. Who has money to pay for gas?
Okay, did you know that you can qualify for unemployment benefits if you left your job because it was such a hostile work environment? That's right, you can. Many people don't know this, but if your work environment was so terrible, so unhealthy, if you were experiencing harassment, discrimination, all the bad things, any of the bad things, you can walk away and potentially qualify for unemployment benefits. So the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission has a lot more information on what qualifies as a hostile work environment and harassment. There should be many more things on the list than what's currently on the list, but there's still a lot on there. And it's important for employees to know their rights and to advocate for the rights, and to not stay in a really unhealthy environment. Your mental health matters.
One of the biggest mistakes I made when I was laid off in 2023, not applying for unemployment benefits right away. Learn from me. When I was laid off in 2023, I waited until my actual termination date to apply for unemployment benefits. It turns out I could have started the process way sooner, and it took longer than expected to get approved. And if you ever miss a step in the weekly certification process, there's no paycheck for you that week. Ask me how I know. When I had questions, the staff at the unemployment office, they were so kind, and they were always super helpful. If you're confused, do not be afraid to call them. They really do want to help people. While you're waiting on unemployment, make sure you're already networking and job hunting. I don't know for sure if my job is going to be impacted next week, but I have already been reaching out to my network through LinkedIn and letting them know that there's a possibility that I could be looking. Because I'm a remote worker, I'm using LinkedIn and Indeed. It's really easy to filter on their search options for remote work. If you've already been through the unemployment process, what is one thing that you wish you knew sooner?
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
This is day 16 of unemployment when benefits end. This means I have 0 income streams and I'm still figuring out ways to make money. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I absolutely dread Mondays, but I made a change that was extremely life-changing. The change was dedicating last night to organizing my week and scheduling time with myself and my activities. I am super excited because I became best friends with my calendar app on my phone, and it's already midday Monday and I can already feel a shift in my mindset. And I think a lot of the shift in my mindset is because I'm actually creating boundaries with myself and creating boundaries with the people that I'm with and the activities that I'm participating in. Normally, I don't have that much scheduled on my calendar other than interviews or calls with recruiters. And today I just broke it down to every single activity that I was doing. This included my breaks, my food, my travel time, my job search, my business, everything I could possibly think of that I wanted to achieve. And I think this really just helped me overall because I had a visualization of where I was spending a lot of my time and how I should be refining the way that I work throughout the day. So as you've seen in some of my older videos, I absolutely dread Mondays, but I think today, if you can't tell already, I'm already feeling like I'm in a better place than I normally am because I have not only my days written down, but planned out in advance. So if you're somebody that's in the similar boat and you're going through unemployment as well, I'd say having a structured day is definitely a learning process because you think you're setting structure, but you're not. And part of that is because we were so conditioned to a 9 to 5 and having those 8 hours blocked for us. But now with the freedom of really managing our own time at our own will, I feel like it's so important to just use that calendar that you have on your phone, if not on your computer, really anywhere, to be able to just write down where you're spending your time. So overall, I would say it's so important to just have a strict schedule because already day one of just me using my calendar to its full usage, I feel the difference. And I hope that if you're somebody as anxious as I've been and going through the emotional roller coasters, that you'll find success in this as well. So that being said, cheers to a new week and best of luck.
What's the new option for unemployment right now? Like, what if you don't get unemployment and your savings is gone because of being unemployed and you're about to be on like month 5 of unemployment? What's the plan now? What do we do now? Gig work isn't working. These delivery services barely working. I'm on multiple, and then I tried signing up for other ones too, and they're in my area. Apparently it's oversaturated. It's too full. You can't sign up. I've changed my resume multiple times. I literally take off my master's degree so I am more likely to get certain jobs. Doesn't work. I've walked into establishments and been like, hi, so you're hiring. Can I talk to the manager? Can I I do the footwork. Nothing's working. Can't get an interview. Also, when I go in person, they just redirect me to just online. Like it's just, I don't know what to do. I am applying to like Target and Taco Bell and like just multiple positions, even though I have a bachelor's and a master's and 12 plus years of experience. Like I'm literally applying for anything because I just need to pay my basic bills because I don't get unemployment. So
what is the third thing? What is the third thing? What's the next thing? What do we do? Because I don't know. I've been trying to sell my stuff. I even tried, you know, I had a whole bin of crafting stuff, so I started crafting things and trying to sell that. Like, I am genuinely doing everything that I can, but I can't. Like, I am at my breaking point, like, every month. Like, I'm just, like, so overwhelmed, and every day I wake up and I just think, like, okay, like, how can I make money? Or, like, you know, how much money do I need to make so I can make bills on this day? Like, like, every day is like that, and it's exhausting, and I'm exhausted, and I'm tired, and yeah, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm even offering services. I'm like, I'll do your laundry, I'll wrap your gifts, I'll do all of these things. Nothing's working. Nothing's working. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know what to do. I'm just venting, but also asking, like, is there something I'm not thinking of? I don't know what else to do. Recruiters are ghosting. Like, I can't even get an interview. And what's funny is my loans for my master's is supposed to start in January. I don't know what payment they think I'm going to be doing when I don't even have a job. Because truly, at this point, it was like, what did I work so hard for? Like, why did I work so hard? I worked so hard for so long. I got my bachelor's, I got my master's, I worked so hard in my career, and all of it was for nothing. It was literally all for nothing, because now it's completely derailed, because I did have to take, you know, jobs to just get from point A to point B over the last 2 years, because, oh, fun fact, I was laid off before that because I worked in tech, and I was laid off because the company started to fail, and so they laid everyone off and then sold the company off, and then I was unemployed for a good amount of time, and then I had to take this contracted job because I wasn't getting anything, so I took this contracted job, and then the contracted job ended the contract early for 200 employees. I was one of them. And then now here I am again, unemployed. Like, I don't know. What do we, someone tell me what to do.
Did y'all call the offset number this year? Yeah, the offset number about them taxes. You know, that number you call and they tell you if another agency is about to take your refund because you owe a debt. If you didn't, go ahead, call now. Go on, call now. Because if you got unemployment back in 2020, 2021, them COVID benefits, and you know damn well you wasn't eligible for them benefits, but they still gave them to you because of everything that was going on, you might have got your taxes took last year, but it's a good chance them motherfuckers being offset this year. They taking your money this year. Now, I'm warning y'all, if y'all got unemployment and you know damn well you didn't deserve it, you better call that offset number, because it's a good chance that unemployment office about to snatch their tax check this year.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.